Hello and welcome to another installment of A Computers and Technology. And for the past couple months, I have been getting a lot of questions regarding my PC. What are the specs? What does it look like? Can you make a video all about it? So I just decided to go ahead and make a separate video dedicated to this PC. So part of this video is for you guys who are asking all about my system. So we're going to take this apart, take a look inside, and check out all of the system components. Of course, I'm going to boot it up and we can see it in action. But it's also for you guys who want an update on the disguised gaming PC video. I made a video about a year ago when I first assembled this about putting all of your system components in a really old case to deter thieves, because I was going off to college and I don't really trust people, so I was kind of worried about my roommate stealing my PC, even though I ended up going to a college very close by, about 30 miles away, so I just decided to live at home, and now that's not really an issue. But this is just an update as well for you guys who want to see how well the PC is doing in this older case configuration. So let's go ahead, get started, and take this thing apart. Now, taking the side panel off this PC is very easy. I picked this computer case in particular because it has a couple really neat features, which I will show you guys in just a minute when we get this side panel off. So there's only two little thumb screws that you have to take out, and then the side panel slides right off. And I believe there's actually been a term produced for putting newer parts inside an older case to kind of disguise your computer. I think they call it a sleeper PC now. I'm not sure if that term was out when I actually made the Disguise Your Gaming PC video. And earlier I was talking about, hiding it in this case to keep my roommate from stealing my PC. My roommate's probably the last person that would do it. I really did just keep people from the people in the dorm from taking stuff out of here. So there we go, the side panel is off, and you can see all the goodies inside my case. Let me go ahead and adjust the camera angle so we can get a better look at everything. Maybe throw some lighting in here too, because it is kind of dark, and then we'll go ahead and get started taking a look at everything. Alright, so as you can see, we're taking a little trip off the tripod to take a look at everything. I've also repositioned the microphone and changed the audio level because I noticed that the audio was a little bit low in the last clip. So right now I'm going to start from the top and work our way down. Up here you can see a Senti 600 watt power supply. This is model BXP600. Below that you can see an AMD FX 6300 processor clocked at 3.8 gigahertz. There is 16 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM in this system running at 1600 megahertz. Below that you can see a GTX 750 Ti with 2 gigabytes of onboard video RAM. Over here you can see my primary storage drive. This is where I keep all my backups for the YouTube videos and backups for my website as well. This is a 320 gigabyte max store hard drive rotating at, I believe, 7,200 RPM. Below that you can see the upgrade that I made a couple months ago. This is a PNY 500 gigabyte solid state drive. I'm trying to get it to focus a little bit better, but it's just not coming out too well on camera. And then up here you can see the DVD drive that I use for burning CDs and DVDs with all the bootable software for Software Sunday, etc., etc. This CD drive is really just for show because there's no extra IDE ports on the motherboard, so I only have space for one drive and then the hard drive right there, so can't plug anything else in. And the floppy drive is also for show as well. And as you can see, everything is a tad bit dusty inside the system, so before I throw everything back together, I'm going to have to grab a vacuum cleaner and clean it all out because it is bothering me now. But in the Disguise Your Gaming PC video, I got a couple comments concerned about cooling in this system because this is an older case. People thought that there might not be as much airflow, but let me tell you, even with the processor overclocked slightly and the video card overclocked a lot, because I do use this for Blender, and when I use it for Blender, I bump the clock speed up about 250 megahertz, so quite a bit of overclocking on this card. But when I overclock both of those at the same time, I still have zero issues with heat inside this case. As far as airflow goes on this system, there are quite a few fans installed. This is the primary air intake fan, and then air also comes in through this little CPU shroud. And this is why I really love this case, because the side panel has this little CPU air guide built in. So the CPU heatsink's actually taking in cold air. So it's like a cold air intake for your CPU. I really love the feature on this case because it keeps the CPU nice and cool at all times. And guess what? It even has a filter, so that's pretty neat. Alright, so those are our two primary sources of fresh air, I guess, coming into the case. And then I have a exhaust fan up here, an exhaust fan right here below the video card, and of course the power supply is also blowing out the hot air from the case as well. And some of you PC perfectionists are probably cringing at my cable management solution I have going on right here. But to me it doesn't really matter because this case is not clear. You're never going to be able to see it unless you open it up and service it. So as long as it's not blocking airflow and none of the cables are getting caught in any of the fans, I mean, it's fine for me. As promised, I'm going to go ahead and turn the system on. I went ahead and grabbed a power cable. Everything is plugged in and ready to go, so we can go ahead and check out what the system looks like in action. Now, I already shot this clip, but I thought it might be cool to position the microphone next to the system so you can hear all the system sounds when it turns on, all the fans spinning up, the hard drive spinning up, getting those good old computer noises. So, let's go ahead and power this thing on. I already turned on the switch in the back. Let's go ahead and get this thing up and running. So I hope you enjoyed this tour slash update on my sleeper PC. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and post a comment in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course, please do not forget to like this video. There's probably going to be a couple other videos of this PC coming up in the future because I am starting to run out of storage space for all the YouTube backups and everything else. So I'm either going to have to buy some new hard drives, which probably isn't going to happen anytime soon because I just blew this month's budget on something that's coming up in a future video, and I think you guys are really going to like it. It's pretty neat. It might also be considered a waste of money, but we'll see. And then, yeah, so if I can't get those hard drives, I might just have to throw an old drive in the system and then use disk management in Windows to kind of create a virtual or software RAID array. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next installment of A Computers and Technology.